Mr. H, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back.
I'm horny.
It's tomorrow already. Although I might as well spend some time to see if I can nut this fucker out anyway. While I have a cheers, a drink. Only here for now. I'm gonna cook down so. Nay. What I want to compare. Very annoying. I do have. So the schematics. I realised this ages ago. I just didn't realise. So the schematics for this revision board is the first revision, and this is the second revision. It's laid out different. You can see this one's got the space for the rear driver, which that doesn't use. This one doesn't have it, kind of thing. So this was the first revision, and this was the second. Well, this might have been the first and this was the second, I don't know. But they're different board revisions. And the schematics aren't available for this one. They're available for this one. I have plenty of these ones. So I guess I'm going to have to compare. Like that choke was fucking blown out from the zap. I need to look at the port. And then I'm going to lift the APU and just see if it's blown out a fucking pad under a ball or something. It doesn't look... But there's nothing... I don't know where it goes through and under, that's the problem. It goes into a layer and then into the APU, so I don't know. But I can compare a few measurements and shit and go from there, I guess. Okay. So I've got plenty of these revision boards, but it's just odd that it's not outputting image. Anthony, Mr. Bull, $75 over Carl. Carl, Bull's bidding on the fucking PS5, mate. I said I can't do that to Carl, but he wants to bid on the PS5. Oh, classic. No, dude. Carl's first in, best dress, mate. What are you doing, buds? Eh? What are you doing, buds? So, yeah, it's because... So from whether that be that I bought or this board, from the... What's going on, buds? What's wrong? Have a go. Give some attention. I'll give you some attention quickly, okay? Is your better? Is your better? Have you been out the back eating shit? I can smell it on your breath. Have you been out the back eating Lucy's shit? Because you don't shit out there. There you go. Feel better? Yeah, so... Where are we? HDMI circuit here. Goes... These resistors are pull-up resistors through to these caps, through the board. And this revision actually goes back to... So you could actually populate this. It's not in the schematics, because we don't have the schematics for this board. But you could populate certain stuff here. I actually ordered some of these wrongly years ago. The larger TDP 158, 159, whatever it is. Populate that area and have it run through that, but yeah, it doesn't go through that. So all points lead back to here, whether it be they come from here through the board around over to here, and it goes from here to here somewhere. You can't see it. There's no visible traces, so it's an internal layer that feeds those lines. And I'm getting no data on those fucking lines. If I can pull out. Nah, I don't know what to do. I'm fucking around, so. Can you bid on? You can bid on it too if you want, H. What's your bid, mate? You don't even know what the starting price is. Ugh. So yeah, it's an odd one. It's not the hard drive. There was physical, obvious damage on the one of the chokes on the data rails for the HDMI. So that choke there was blown out. This was blown out. I replaced it. I haven't looked in the ports, but I'm getting no data, so I'm guessing the ports are going to be fine. Getting no data from the APU to those lines. which I need to check at a different point, which would be at this point. So, hang on, so these points. So these 4 points, or there'll be 8 in the end. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hey mate, how you going? Oh, so you've got them on order?
Yeah.
Okay, well, in that case, if I don't have one floating now,
Yep.
alright, shit. Oh boy. Where am I? Is the mic on? Oh, I'm mute or what? Let me check. Oh no, I'm not on mute. That worked. What are you doing, Lulu? Been silly. What you doing, Lulu? Oh, Badu come. She still won't come for bats. Yeah. So anyway, so that goes. So straight from the port. This is fucking loose pins on a highly. I've got all my 5-volt rails and my CEC and shit. They're all there. It's the data rails are producing nothing. This was blown out. This tests okay. This actually tests okay, even though it was blown out. Sorry, but I replaced it. So they come up here through these 8 points. and then they go through the board. They come out here. So here's the 8 points here. 2, 4, 6, 8, all 16 points. They come through these 0 ohm resistors, which aren't on the schematics. On the schematics we got, because they're just not fucking there. But I measured them, and they're measuring 0 ohms. So I don't even want to know where the fuck they're there. But anyway, yeah. You know what? Maybe I should check whether they're meant to be or not, because they're actually all 8 of them test 0 ohm, and I'm sure that's going to be the case. I can't see all 8 of them blowing out. Anyway, comes through the board here, and these up these rails here, up these lines, through these pull-up resistors here, which all test fine, 499 ohms, through these caps, through these 16 fucking whatever, 8 fucking wires again, into the APU. Now, if I flip the board, those wires on the other side of the board are here, right? Now they go obviously into a layer, because from here, and the only visible position they go to is directly to the unpopulated retimer. Okay, so obviously you can populate either rail, and this rail's unpopulated, obviously, the retimer and all the fucking components. So from this point, it goes to the APU. It does on the other schematic. So here to fucking here somewhere, right? So I think I really need to lift this and see if it's blown out a fucking pad and a ball underneath somewhere, because that's what my hunch is. Because other than that, it should be producing picture, because everything else looks fine and dandy. So it's the only thing for me that makes any kind of sense. Let me just double check these are all. I'm getting no. So on these 8 data rails, 1, 3, 4, 6, 7, 9, 10, and 12, whatever they are, I'm getting no voltage, which means I'm getting no data flow from the APU to the HDMI port, and it all comes from the APU directly. So I'd there actually, on the other schematic, there is a fucking. Actually, let's have a quick look. There is a fucking IC, but I don't know if this board has that IC. There is a fucking IC on the other schematic on that rail. So, oh yes, no, he needs flexes. I said, mate, I'll have a flex for this, but I might not. So I might have. But he said, I've got some ordered over here on Thursday. I said, mate, if I can't find any here, then you're gonna have to drop them back to me. That will save you 2 weeks wait and fucking $2 in a flex for me ordering it. But I said I'll have to dig through my shit, and the 360 just needs an eject button. So if I look at HDMI out here, right? Here's the 2 fucking chokes. Here's all the inputs from the APU, and here's the caps we just looked at, and the resistors we just looked at, and off them is this U2N1, this fucker here. So I'm wondering if this is fucked. HDMI DP out select. Placeholder actual FET requirements need to be assessed. So there is, and it's 5, but I have 5 volt on all the rails where I need 5 volt. But I'm wondering if this, if it's got it, is fucked. Because it's on that rail with all of those resistors. So U2, I want to look for U2N1 before I think something else is wrong, which is going to be on the bottom of the board by the looks of it. Because 8s and stuff are on the top. It may be even unpopulated, but who knows. So where the fuck's There's U2N3, U2N2. There's U2N1. It's a SOT 2-3. So where the fuck's that? I'm guessing it's not even going to be on this board, but whether these two fucking interact with it, I don't know. So I want you to ET. I want you to N1 and it's fat. Oh. So it should be fucking around here somewhere. Where am I? So we got U2N2, U2N3, U2N1 is not on this board by the looks of it, because I don't have the schematics for this board. So U2P, so it should be in this vicinity, the 2 vicinity and the N vicinity. So between 2 inches here and fucking 2 inches here, it should be in this square section between my 4 fingers. Someone spots it, let me know, but I cannot see U2N1. And it has to be here because there's U2N2 and U2N3. You know what I mean? I'm guessing it's here. But I can't see it unless I'm skipping past it. Where you go, babe? Oh shit, sorry, yeah. Gotcha, yeah. We got space. Do you need money? Okay. Cool. Sorry. Not drinking? If you're drinking, I'll take cash. I'll take cash if you're drinking. Yes. That's fine. Yes, I can't find U2N1. U2P1. U1P1. So when you look at a board, here's 2, there's a line and a line. So it's in between these 2 lines, and then you come down the board and there's N, here's a line, here's a line. It's in between these 2 lines. So it's in this vicinity if it's there, and it's just not there. As far as I can tell, it's missing. But I betcha it's on the other board that actually have the schematics for. So is it U2N1? And I'm guessing it'll be on the top, because everything else is on the top with this thing. No, so it'll be on the bottom. So U2N1 on this. Here's U2N4 and 3, which is 2 and 3 on the other board. But U2N1, there it is right there. So I don't have the schematics for the other board, which really sucks. And it doesn't have this component on it. Because I was thinking that might be what's fucking it all up, but different board. Yeah. So the only thing I think of is lifting the APU and having a look underneath and seeing if something has been blown out, because other than that, it goes directly from fucking here to here, through some caps, with some resistors, and through 2 fucking chokes, and that's it. It should show a picture. So I don't know, yeah. Unless the hard drive is fried, I'll put 2 bad hard drives on it as it is, which I highly doubt it. And I'm still not getting a picture because of the hard drives. I don't think's the case. It's still overheat now because I've broken the seal. So like I say, yeah, I want to lift the APU and see if there is. I don't have the schematics to even know which ball it is, but if it's it'll be obvious if it has blown out a pad or whatever, for sure. Probably is. I had it. Ooh. Lucky puppies. Also, highly doubt it's the hard drive. At this stage, with everything that's been going on. Tres. I reckon if I had the app, you know, the Xbox app, you can. How can I connect this console without knowing how to connect to it or whatever through the app to see if it's got it and see if it's got sound or whatever? Because I bet you it's working. No, I was working that out earlier, McKenna. Going, the only other place it can be is a pad like that. So it's blown. What gets me is it's blown out the choke. This little fella's blown it out, and I say that goes straight through those, which I don't get because it would have blown those caps out on the way through, and the caps seem fine, as far as I can tell. It would have blown those caps out on the way through to the friggin' APU, which hasn't blown the caps out. So why would it be the APU? I don't know. It's really weird. I just get no signal, no output from any of the data lines. So unless there's something else on those lines that I'm not seeing, and I'm getting 5 volt on 18, 5 volt on 15 and 16, 3.3 and whatever I need on 12 and 13, and then 12, 10, 9, 7, 6, 4, 3 and 1. I have no data flow whatsoever. I don't, well, that's what I'm getting at, Carl. If it has gone through everything and blown a pad or something, I need to lift it to find it. I don't think a reflow would fix it, to be honest, but yeah. So unless there's something I'm missing on the schematics, let me get rid of these fuckers. So this dude's tried to pull these both apart and clean them himself and stuff, and fuck shit every day, left, right and centre, so. Oh, that's why he's bought him in here. Oh shit. Station. It was. That's what I was. Yeah. Can you fix my PlayStation? What PlayStation are we talking about? Oh, PS5. What problem do you have? Oh, my HDMI port. I'm like, dude, you need to give me more more information than ask a question. Can you please fix my PlayStation? Well, I think he was Lamb's age or something by the sounds of him. His voice hasn't broken. Yeah, unless I'm missing something here. So you see, there's this U1N1. I don't even know if that's on this fucking board. Remember, this is the wrong schematics. It doesn't have U2N1 over here. It has all these caps and resistors. It has these 2 fucking choke arrays. Has the port. And then all this shit is the 5 volt, which I have. So this whole section here in the bottom right, I'm circling with the mouse, I have 5 volt and everything in those areas. So I don't get it. Unless that, yeah, it would have blown something out there and I'd be missing a voltage rail, I would expect. But anyway, all I could do is check all the resistors and shit around it. So this ICU1N1. So if I come back here and we go, okay, we should be getting data on the data pins 1, 3, 4, 6, whatever, fucking bloody, fucking blah, blah, fucking ha ha blah, right? So 1 is dead, it's lifeless. 10 is lifeless, should have data. This should have data. This should have data. They're lifeless. Yet if I go to the CECs and shit, they're working. I've got my 5 volts and shit where it needs to be. So that side of the circuitry is working. Yeah. You can have, but the essentials just have to be essentials. Like, you know, there's no like, I can't do anything about that. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah. So, but, you know what I mean? Like, yeah. I don't fucking know. Yeah. That's what I'm thinking, Carl. I'm thinking that, but I honestly think it would have blown those fucking caps out on the way through. And the caps, you know what though? I compared the caps on this board. So the other board that I've been comparing to doesn't turn on, but it doesn't turn on and it does not work because it has no image. This is obviously some other issue with this board. Turn on, turn off, something, can't fix it. Fucking bloody blah, 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 right? And if I check the same caps and shit, this is what spins me out. So if I check these 8 caps here and compare them to these 8 caps, totally fucking different. Right. So if I test, I'll stay in diode mode and I'll just test them to ground, right? I'll just test each side of the cap to ground. This is a non-working board, but anyway, so we go here, open line. So this side of the caps all seem to going to be diode mode open. This wasn't doing this before, but anyway, all open line. Okay, the other side of the cap, and I get a reading. Okay, 650 seems to be. Oh, okay, so 650 seems to be the norm. Compare that to these ones, and I go diode mode still, nothing's changed there. We go to this side of the cap, should be open line, and I get a reading. You know what I mean? I'm getting a reading on this side of every fucking cap there, and then which is the side on the other one I'm getting open line, and then the other side I'm getting 875,000. Like I'm getting weird ass fucking 450. Nothing that's consistent. Like the other board we just probed, so they're all consistent. My hunch with this board is these 2 top caps. Honestly, is because when I tested them so that should be just fucking open line. This whole right hand side of these 8 caps is giving me a reading, right? The whole right hand side of these caps, same fucking cap, same position, same side, are giving me open line, every one of them. But they go through they go through the resistors down here, straight through the board into the HDMI port. You know what I mean? So if I pull out another board just for shits and giggles, there's another one, and I probe those same. Oh, these ones are missing. That's right. So, but anyway, the caps are missing because it's been in a. But if I probe this line, open line, probe the other side, 650. Get where I'm going with this? There's no short H, so there's no use injecting, mate. But can you see where I'm going with that? So the right hand side of all of these caps is open line, which the other board shows. The board I'm working on doesn't show. So on the side that say open line, that's actually where it runs to the resistors, through the board, through the chokes, into the port. Okay. So other than being the resistors, which I tested, we've already been through this. I tested the fucking resistors. So the resistors on the rail are all 499 ohms, meant to be. Oh no, they're the 0. So these ones are the 0 ohm resistors, and which I've tested them on the board I'm working on. These are all 0 ohm resistors right here. If you flip the board, there's no more fucking components in between there and there. So I can take you back over to the board we're working on. and go, these resistors I've tested before, they're all 0 ohm, they're all 0 ohm resistors, right? So I feel there's something going on up here. If I check, oh, not that board because it doesn't have any of those caps on there. If I just do some random stupid ohms test across the caps, right, I get a difference here. So this is a board that doesn't work, but not the same issue. Across the caps, I get open line. Oh, hang on. I get a changing fucking mega ohms, right? A changing mega ohms. Changing mega ohms, etc. And then I bring up the board in question. You watch this. These two top caps test different to the rest. These go, oh, now they're not. Oh, yes, they are. These two test 7K, right? And you watch the rest. So this is 7K, 7-ish, 7, 8. And then you watch the rest of them. They'll be 65 fucking K. Like, so the top two caps test different to the rest of the fucking caps. Now, I did find that on another board though, which is weird. Found the same thing. Which one's got... So this one's got caps in place. And I'll do the same, the top two. Ever changing, or, you know, mega ohms. My thing is, I'm thinking I need to swap those two top caps, but anyway. Mega ohms, and I go to the other 6 below, and they'll go fucking wonky too. They're not doing the 65 fucking K or anything. So the board in question is doing some weird shit there. The resistors are fine, yeah. And they go straight to the port page. With or without the resistors, they go straight through to the port. It's just a 0 ohm resistor. It's just a, hello, I'm here and you're going there. Yeah. So my initial thought was to swap those two caps that are reading different to the rest on the board in question, even though the other 6 caps on the board in question are reading fucking different to the other board. I need to pull out another board. I should have open line here. Oh, hang on, in diode mode. I should have open line here on all 8 caps, but all 8 caps give me a fucking reading because they all go. Anyway, let me grab one more board and just try and should I get the same revision board? No. Nope. Oh boy. So here's another same revision board. Randomly pull it out. And check these caps. Open line. But the right hand side of the caps that I'm probing with open line are actually the other side of the chokes. They go here to the chokes, yeah. Fucking open line. Open line. So if I go to the chokes on the board I'm working on, I don't get open line on any of them, is what gets me. So this is what's pointing me to the APU. Oh, there's one with... One of them's got a... Wow, okay. Oh no, I was not touching it. This totally different. But could it just be those two caps putting out of whack that are oddly different or something? I don't know. Anyway, so we're going to swap them out and see what fucking happens, eh? Fuck yeah, Mike. Fuck yeah. Why not? Because it's the only thing I found earlier going, this is the only difference I can find between shit, so yeah. So the resistors, actually, I say they're just inline resistors. You could run a wire on the resistor, it's not going to make any difference. they're not pull-ups or pull-downs. They're just in line, yeah. 0 ohms. So removing one's not, unless the port actually has internal damage, then maybe. Something I actually haven't checked is from side of port to side of port, pins to output. I actually haven't checked whether, because it could have burnt, it could have fucking burnt something out inside, who knows. Let's do that quickly before I do anything else. Other than that, it has to be something to do with the APU, and that would lead me to think that it's fucking blown a pad out somewhere, a ball underneath. Alright, so 19. 18. 17. 16. 15. 14, 13, oh, 13, oh yeah, 13, oh, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, these are the data lines now that I'm going through, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So there's no disconnect between fucking here and here on the port, right? It's fine. Hey Sean, how you going, mate? So yeah, let's swap out the caps and see what happens. They're the only two caps that read different to the rest. But I'm still not convinced because they go straight to the APU. All of those caps go straight to the APU, so totally not convinced, trust me. I'm fucking far from convinced. Oh. Far from convinced. And then I'll have enough time, we'll lift the APU and then I'll have to go cook dinner for the shit ones. Alright, so I've just replaced the caps. Let that cool for a bit. See what comes of it. Other than that, it has to be the APUs taking a fucking hit. In my eyes. Has to be. So this should, if this is the case, then this should bring open line back to all of the right hand side of these caps. And I'm still not getting open line, yeah. I reckon if I lifted the APU, I'd get fucking open line there. And a consistent on the left hand side, 871. On the left hand side I was getting inconsistencies as well. Whereas on a working, those top 2 caps still I get inconsistencies. The bottom 6 are all the same. Okay? So they go, so it has to be the fucking APU. They go to the APU. So this is the right hand side of all these caps now. They'll all be the same, or roughly the same. And then I go to the top 2 caps we just replaced, and I'll do the same thing, right? So the right hand side is good, which is that port side. The left hand side, oh, that's changed. Kind of. It's not as consistent as the rest of them, the 0.45 or whatever, but 0.8 on that one and fucking 1 on that one. Something has changed, but oh, let's try it. Something has kind of changed there. Let's give it a whirl. It would be nice if that was. They didn't test bad though. That's what gets me. They tested fucking fine. Well, yeah, let's see. Let's see. When I do that, the monitor recognizes the source plugged in, which it wouldn't normally, which is gets me. It normally would not even recognize something plugged in then, until I hit the power button and turn it on. And 10 seconds later, it'll go, oh, there's something coming through. I can hear it booting, like the hard drive churning away, booting up, and no signal. There's a component there somewhere that is fucked from the zap, and I'm fucked if I can work out which one it is. Yeah, no, still the same. And I'm still not convinced it's the APU. You know what I mean? Like, that's like a last ditched fucking. The lines there aren't short or anything. They're just not fucking. There's no data from the fucking APU to this point. So you're just getting no data whatsoever on all 8 data lines. Fucking nothing. Zip, zilch, nothing. Yet I have all my 5 volt and C rails and shit. But no data. That's a data rail. 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 They should be like 0.8 volts, 1.2 volts. Like, there's no voltage on that rail. So, because I've only got 15 minutes left, let's just fucking, for shits and giggles, rip the APU off. See if there is any fucking physical blowouts underneath. Because it's the only thing that makes sense now. So, otherwise, we would have picture. And if there's nothing blown out, then it's probably blown out something internally in the APU, I guess you could say. But which I would find odd, because at that point in time you would actually think it would just turn on, turn off. You'd have bigger fucking powering on issues kind of thing, you know what I mean? So yeah. Anyway, just want to nozzle to suit that. Oh boy. I wonder if this is a second revision. Oh, second revision OG Xbox One. Because the other schematics I've got say V1 revision of like V1 the console. Yet it's not fucking happening. So yeah. It's quite a big board, this one. It's like a big PS5 board, a PS3 board. Alright, let's rip it off and see if there's anything fucking obvious underneath. That's the only thing that kind of makes any kind of normal fucking sense to me right now. So if that's not the case, then I don't know. I'm lost because let's say there's nothing in between all that shit, other than those 8 caps and those 8 resistors. And no line has, you know, generally like it was if it had an encoder of some description on it, you might get voltage on 1 to 4, you know, like 4 out of 8 or 6 out of 8, or you just might be missing 1 on a data rail. But because they don't have any kind of encoder other than the APU and 2 components on each rail, I don't fucking know. It's basically a direct line from A to B with a cap and a fucking resistor. And the resistor's fucking 0 ohms, so you might as well take the resistor out of the fucking rail. Duh. But none of the 8 rails have any fucking flow on them, so. It'll be actually interesting to see under this. This fucking PS3 that they dropped off the other day, and I did the encoder on this one, did fucking a fuzzy screen on me once. What if it's the port? Oh, there we go. It's just done it to me. Oh, so it's just, so this is what, hang on, fuck, I'm gonna watch this. This is what it's done. Now, all I did was move the cable in. Shit, hang on. Now it's doing it. It did this to me the other day without even fucking touching anything. Watch this. So that's what the PS3 just did after I moved the cable, which is a bad port, right? Wiggle the cable. Wiggle the cable. If I pull the cable in and out, it'll come good. So the port's fucked. Look. Move the cable. Oh, are you serious? So the whole time, but I did it without moving the cable the other day. So I wonder if it's just their fucking port's fucked. So now it's not. If I pull that out, push it back in. It's fucking port. Motherfuckers. There you go. Anyway, we'll replace the port in that in the morning and then test it again. Fucking hell. Serious? Are you fucking serious, man? But it did that fuzzy screen, unless I did touch the cable without even recognising. But they wouldn't be touching the cable at home. They're not at home going, you know what I mean? I don't know. Well, it's not. But it's showing me that it's like I've got fuzzy screen again and I can move it, push it in firmly, and I get a picture back. But I don't think they're at home fucking moving the cable around is what I'm getting at. So I'll replace the port tomorrow and then I'll fucking tell them it's ready to go and just charge them the standard fucking fee and go from there. I think it's about the best option. I've been testing that for days now. Nearly ready. If there's no bad pads or anything under here obvious, I'll re-ball it, put it back on and see if it makes a difference, but I don't think it will. Anyway, it's worth a try. Just for shits and giggles. Because we do lots of shits and giggles around here, it looks fine underneath. Doesn't look fucking hurt at all, to be honest. There's no blowout there or anything that I can see, so maybe it just, oh hang on mate, oh no, well there might be, anyway we'll have a look. Once it's fucking cooled down we'll have a quick look. Yeah, so that's definitely the fucking port on that thing. I say they're not, they're like it does it random, like say now I've got fucking, look. I've got this fuzzy screen now. And this is all it's done to me is fuzzy screen. I haven't had any like picture drop out, oh you can't see that. But it's fuzzy screen right now. And then I move this cable again. Fuzzy screen still. That's what I'm getting right now, fuzzy screen. Wiggle, wobble, dingle, dangle, pull it out. Push it in. Okay, and then let me pull it out a little bit. There we go. Okay, so, oh no, so definitely the fucking port. If I push it in firmly and hold it in, you guys can't see it now, but I can. If I push it, yeah, the port's definitely got a fucking issue, as I can tell. But it did that to me the other day without even touching the cable or the port. I come back in, I was, oh, the screen's all fuzzy and wonky. I went, oh, well, there's something fucking there. Between the two right-hand pins, there's something in between them. Huh. The pins look old but fine. They don't look, there's no corrosion like green shit fucking building up or anything like that. But their description of it was, once I saw the fuzzy screen, that was, for me, it was like, that must be their fucking description of what's going on. I went, oh, okay, cool. I'll swap out the encoder, which I did. And then a day later, it fucking fuzzied again on me. So yeah, anyway, now I'm wiggling the port, it's fucking not missing a beat. So they could have had an encoder issue and there was just shit in the port. Anyway, I'll swap the port out tomorrow just for shits and giggles. Now I'm wiggling the port like crazy and it's not, there we go. Okay, I'm gonna swap. That took a lot of fucking wiggling though, I must admit. That was pretty, like, that was pretty full on for me to wiggle that to get it to do that. Plug it in, push it in firm, picture. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Go closer and wiggle. Like it's not, I'm fucking smashing that now like I'm having a maths debate on my penis, man. Like, whoa! That's not doing it, so yeah. Anyway. I'll sort the port out tomorrow and see what happens here. That's all I can think of doing with that one. And then I'll send it back to him. Alright, let's have a quick look at this board. And or APU. Well, this is actually classed as a SOC, not an APU. Microsoft called it a SOC in their schematics, so it's a SOC, mate. Pull it on your right leg, or your left leg, or masturbate into it and put it under the bed. It's a SOC, mate. End of story. Don't argue. But I can't see anything from a distance that could be causing an issue, so.
Please explain.
Going off like a frog in a sock, mate. Possibly Final Man, yeah. But, yeah, I don't know. They were saying that they were, I don't know. Their description was very fucking vague, but anyway. Yeah. Their description led me to believe that it was the fucking HDMI IC, but yeah. Alright, so. I can't see any. Oh. So which side is the? Oh, so it's all over that side. Yeah. No. I'll re-ball this tomorrow and put it back on. It's not going to fix the problem, I don't think. But you would think I should be able to get a continuity reaction between here and a
You're muted.
Oh. No, I'm not muted. No. I should be able to get continuity between that data point and a fucking ball here somewhere. You know what I mean? I need like a bit of wire with a hairy fucking wire hanging off it. But if this is going straight to the APU with nothing else in between, which the schematics are saying it is, which I can't find anything. I expect it to be on that same side of the APU. Over here somewhere, but it's all RAM and shit. So I can't get any continuity between here. Oh, hang on. Fucking wrong side. Here. And some kind of data fucking point on the APU. So there must be, let's go back to the schematics and look, or this is, let's say we don't have schematics for this board, but I can't get any fucking beep from a ball that interacts with this point here, and it should, because this is where it comes through the board from the, so this point here, I should be able to get continuity with a fucking, one of these points over here. And I don't, okay, what the fuck's going on? Because by the schematics, interesting, or, wow, okay, fuck. Where'd that go? Okay, something's fucking going weird here. So here, that wire to the left of that pad that I'm probing goes over to here. So that's weird. Fuck, that's weird. So these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 lines that are unpopulated here, which don't have the encoder here, go through the board there. They go through the board, they go across the board to wherever I just was, here. So I should be able to probe here and have continuity with one of these points here. And I don't. Okay, so I'm missing something on the schematics. There is something I'm missing. Most definitely. Oh, hang on. No, that's not even work. Yeah, hang on. Something. So I do get... Okay. So I should be able to go from there over to fucking here. And I can't, because they go straight from there to there. So I'm getting it. So, by the schematics, so this board's different then. So from the schematics to tell me it goes from here, which is basically straight from the port through the filter choke, into this point, which is unpopulated for the IC. This point then goes to here somewhere, but it doesn't. Wow, okay. Let's see if it goes directly to the APU from there. So there's something in between that's missing, which is probably causing the fucking issue, to be honest, anyway. Okay, yeah, something weird else is going on there. So I'll show you some of the schematics quickly and then I'll be done. So where I'm probing, maybe final win, yeah, but all 8, I can't see all 8 being that, like, yeah, and not all 8 of them, definitely not. Yeah. It blew out one choke, and the other one's fine. Even though it blew out the choke, it tested fine. So where I'm testing is from, here's one choke, here's the other choke. What the fuck's going on? So here's the 2 choke arrays, right? And the 8 data lines, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All of this tests fine, all of this tests fine, all of this tests fine because I've got all the fucking voltages. So I'm not getting any data on these 8 lines in. And if you go to page 2 and look at these inputs, that's directly from, unless I'm missing something on the other end of that, they're directly from the fucking APU. Straight into the HDMI port, through the filters, through the chokes, right? I'm getting no data on any of them. So if we go to, oh, well, hang on, I was going to show you something here I was thinking of. So where I'm trying to probe on the board is basically from this cap point on the opposite side of the board to this point. Oh, the cap's in the way. Yeah, hang on. Yeah, so that makes sense. So anyway, I think the cap's in the way. Too fucking wide to delve into right now. Anyway, so this is from the SOC PCIX plus clocks plus video. So we're looking at the video side of this fucking thing, right? So our TX, TMDS, TX, DPO, DNO, DPO. So this is the HDMI here. These 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Straight out of the fucking SOC. There's no resistors in this line between these 2. And then you go to page 38. It has to be the fucking APU. Oh, I don't have a drive. I wish you could remarry drives on these fucking things. Because I just fucking swap out with another sock and NAND, but I don't have a matching drive. Well, I do. Whether I've used it on something else or not, I don't know. That's the problem. Anyway, so yeah, so in they come here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Through those caps, which I replaced 2 of those caps. Can't. Every other board's saying open line on this side of the caps, which I find very weird. Because after you hit the caps, it goes through the fucking resistors, which we don't have this FET on the U2N one, we don't have on this board revision, and I don't have the schematics. So maybe there's something else in the schematics on this board revision that I'm not fucking seeing because I don't know it's there, because we don't have the fucking schematic for it. But if you think along the same general lines, they're going to work the same way. The resistors check out fine. So these ones are 499 ohms. These check out alright. But I don't have R8B3 So the resistors I've got R2N18192021, you know, etc. R2N14. So we don't have the same fucking resistors, but they all read 0 ohm. Unless it's blown out every fucking one of them. No, test another board. They are 0 ohm. So fucking goes through. It goes through the choke, through the 0 ohm resistor, to the caps. Oh, past R3P1, which is not even on this schematics. I've tested all those resistors though. They test 499 ohms, which is the ones I'm seeing actually on the screen there. I've tested all them through the caps into the APU. Unless this board relies on another fucking component there somewhere that I don't have the schematics, so yeah. This board actually has the sock footprint. It has the encoder footprint and shit. Where on these schematics there is no encoder. You know what I mean? Like, so yeah. These schematics are definitely for this board that I've got here. Like, I can tell it's for this fucking board. Most definitely. Not this board. And there doesn't seem to be schematics for this board revision. Because it's different. I can see it's physically different, and there's components missing. There's difference in components, kind of thing. There's a board revision somewhere. What have we got here? Rev E, Rev A. Okay, so the board I'm working on is a fucking Rev A. This one's a Rev E, but the Rev E schematics match this board. No, I'm pretty sure they're the same sock. I don't think that changed. They just changed the board layout and footprint and stuff. So X907443, X. Oh, yes. Hang on. X877041. So the one I'm working on is a later revision then, because it's 907443. The one that I have schematics for is a 877 instead of a 907. So the 907 is obviously a later sock. So we don't have schematics for this. Yeah, we have schematics for this. So this was the launch, and this was the second revision, or second or third revision. And this one is, oh, but this one says Rev A. Oh, Rev A of that board. Who fucking knows? X884498, X94. So yeah, so this is saying this is an early revision board, even though it says Rev E, Rev A, but X884498, X940636. So the higher the number, the later revision board, as they progress through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we don't have schematics for that, and there could be one little component in there between that's not on these schematics, because there's things on those schematics that aren't on this board, which are on that board, that could be causing me the fucking issue. Anyway, who knows? Anyway, I'm gonna have a piss, make a drink, have one more drink, then I'm gonna go cook dinner for the kids. Both of them don't have a. So Carl, both of them don't have an encoder, mate. So this has a footprint for one, not utilised. This doesn't have a footprint for one, obviously not utilised. They both obviously go directly to the APU, somewhere, somehow. You know what I mean? There's no encoder between the APU and the port on either board. But this one has that N1 fucking N1 or whatever the fuck it is. This one doesn't. So I'm wondering if on this board has. So they both have that, they both have this. This one doesn't have this. But this one I've noticed has this, which is probably going to be the same fucking thing, U7B4. This one doesn't have it. So maybe that's the issue. It's around the same area, so maybe it's fucked, I don't know. There's something fucking it all up. So remember this open line top left, bottom left, pretty much ground, is ground, and then right 1240. Remember that? Let's go with another board the same, because that's not that. So that's the difference. The only difference I can see without looking too hard between the two boards. So top left open line, bottom left ground, yeah, and aha, I've got open line there. And what do I have on this one? The board I'm working on. Okay. So totally different there. So if I go from here to here, 15, from here to here, open line, here to here, open line, right? Then I go from here to here, open line, from here to here, 621, and then from here to here, open line. So maybe that's fucked. So I'm gonna have to reball that fucker and put it back on anyway, but there is a difference there in which this component isn't on this board. These caps here are on the bottom side of this board, but it's been refined because it doesn't have the encoder position. So Rev 1, Rev 2, blah blah blah, but this, I feel this component is doing the same as this component, which isn't on this board on the bottom side. Oh, hang on, I've got to get pissed. So the only difference I can find is this fucking IC on a faulty board, but this board didn't have like video issues. It has an on and off issue, power issue. This has turns on, stays on, and has no fucking video. Ugh. Let me go make a drink, have a piss, and then I've got to go. I'll show you this quickly and then cook dinner. There has to be something there that I'm missing, yeah, for sure. Puppies? What are you doing, puppies? The schematics for that board revision that I'm working on. I worked this out a while ago. Just never knew which way it fucking went until today again reminds you, go, oh, hang on, this is the one that's not bloody fucking blah. So, hang on. So I'll show you this. I won't get around to doing anything about it today, but anyway. So, Makina. So the board I'm working on is this one, right? So the only thing I can find on this one that's not on the other one is this component. And the other board doesn't have this footprint and whatever, you know, blah, blah. So it basically goes from the port, through some wires here, over to here, through some wires, back through the resistors, and back into here. But these wires obviously veer off and go directly over here somewhere. Okay. Whereas the other board, they just go fucking directly They don't have the footprint for the encoder. Comes out through all the same resistors, same caps, into the board, through the board on the other side here, and obviously into the APU, okay? Or the sock, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. Different board revision, no schematics for this board, but the other board has that other U1, N1 or whatever on the bottom side of the board, which this board doesn't have. This board has this on top, which the other board doesn't have. Now, if this is the board I'm working on, if I measure, I don't think I can get the fucking multimeter in the play here. So if I measure, I'll just measure them to ground, right? So I'll measure 3 pins to ground. So top left pin, open line. Bottom left pin, ground. Only right pin, 1241. All right? So you can remember that before I go any further. Then I'm going to go between pins. I'm going to go top pin to bottom pin, 624. I'm going to go top pin to right pin, 1502, and then bottom pin to right pin, 1241. All right, now I'm going to do that to the other board that doesn't have a no video issue. This one, right? Hope you all remember that, because I don't. I'm relying on you guys right now, because I'm just trying to show you for shits and giggles. I'll deal with it tomorrow. So, all right, so to ground, top pin should be open line. Remember, yep, open line. Bottom pin should be ground, yep. Right pin, open line. Wasn't open line on the other one. So is this correct? Open line is what it's meant to be. All right, and then I go pin to pin. I think that was right. And then pin to right, open line, bottom pin to right. So I reckon that's fucked. I reckon that's been blown out, to be honest. I'd have to confirm that with checking another board. So let me grab another one of these boards and check that same component. So to ground, top pin should be open line, yep. Bottom pin should be ground, yep. And then right pin should be open line. So I'm not getting open line on the other one, I don't think, from memory. Can you correct me? So open line top to bottom pin there. Left open line, bottom left. Fuck! So all I can think of, that fucking component's fucked. It's the only thing that and I don't even know if that has anything to do with the fucking HDMI circuit, because I don't have the schematics for it. But I'm only going by the other revision board actually fucking has another fucking FET, or whatever, on the bottom side here that this board doesn't, but we have one here and the other board doesn't. So anyway, so what I'll do tomorrow is I will reball that, put it on, and we'll replace that and see what happens. That's all I can do. And after that, it's pretty much give up, yeah. So yeah. So I have yeah. So all the schematics I've got: Xbox One S, Kingston, Xbox One X, Cactus, Xbox Series S, Stockton, Xbox Series X, Toledo, and then I have these two, which seem to be the same, I must admit. Xbox One Fat schematic, Rev 1.0, Xbox One Fat schematic, compressed PDF. And they seem to be the same fucking thing, which is the one I'm looking at. And they don't have these components we're looking at on them. So, but this schematic actually correlates with this board, which seems to, so the board I'm working on is like a Rev 2 board or something, which I don't have a schematic for. So yeah. And I'm guessing only going by this schematic. Oh, fuck's in front of my house at this time of day. That little SOT 2.3 is on this board, but not on my board. Yet I have one on the top of this board that's not on that board. And that's the one we were just testing with the multimeter. So yeah. Anyway, yeah. So I don't have the schematic for this board. And it's not in the Xbox schematics fucking thing. So yeah. Unfortunately. But there's always, obviously there's always similarities between board revisions, not denying that. There's always similarities between them, and you can nut it out. And that's what I'm thinking, maybe I'm coming to a conclusion there where this slot's not on that fucking board, and this slot's testing different on this board to two other random boards, that maybe that got fucking zapped, and maybe it's part of the fucking sequence because it's behind the HDMI port, but I don't have schematics to correlate that. So yeah, so. Anyway, so I'll do that. So I'm going to have to reball that before you can even know it's working. I didn't think it was going to be that, but it was worth a shot. Reball that, put on, and then we'll replace this little fucking slot 23 and see if we get picture. That's about all I can do now. Be an interesting fix if that. I've got a funny feeling we're on the right track there, but yeah. Well, there's caps in between, Final Man. There's the filters, the chokes. So it goes through the chokes, on this particular board, goes through the chokes, through the 0 ohm resistors, through the caps, to the APU. The other board revision goes the same, but it goes through the chokes, has pull up resistors, through, it doesn't have fucking any 0 ohm resistors, through the caps to the APU. So you'd expect the caps to go if it got that far. That's what I'm wondering, if my logical thinking is a component in between, prior to getting into those caps, which is hopefully that, got fried, even though it's not blown out, because it doesn't look blown out, but anyway. And not having the schematics for that board revision really sucks, because we could confirm that within fucking 3 minutes. But we don't have the schematics, so it's all good. I'm comparing the two board revisions and using one schematic, going, oh, this is similar, this could be, because things will work pretty much the same way, but yeah, they just change the shit around, so yeah. But it's definitely had a bang, yeah. And there's a component, obviously, and that could, in my eyes, could be the only other component in between the port and the APU, similar to the other board that has that in between the port and the APU, that could be fucked. So yeah. Anyway, so tomorrow I need to do the port on that, reball this, put that back on, change that slot, and see how it goes. Yeah. Oh, and then I've got to do that fucking PS2 on that 360. Yeah. Yar! Yardy, yar, 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 yar. Oh, that's better, huh? Better? Yeah, anyway, that was the hour and a half of power, but anyway. Oh, no, I denied one yesterday, Makina. There's like 6 of them come up on... It's like 6 or 8 of them come up. Purple, silver, fucking black. Just come up on eBay recently, yesterday, therefore. $99 each plus postage. Doesn't read discs. I'm like, fuck. I should get one or two. I can mod them and sell them. Yeah, anyway. Yeah. Fuck. Who does 3DSs? Fucking I don't. I get so many inquiries about that shit. Pico booty, yes. That's it. Pico boot. Was he? Did I say hello? Was he? Was he? Does Morse want to come and stream? Oh, stream all day Saturday while I'm away? Look after the shop. I've actually got closed online, so yeah. I don't want to, Makina. I can do it, mate. I don't fucking want to, mate. I get so many inquiries about fucking 2DS, 3DS, fucking this game, but I'm not interested. Not interested. Totally not interested. If I was desperate for money and to make a living, yes, I'd do them. I make a comfortable living out of doing what I do to this day, Makina. What you see me do day in and day out makes me money. Oh, I need to message Mike and tell him if he wants that fucking white one before someone else buys it, he better fucking buy it, yeah. Because he'll miss out. But I've got another white one coming, so if he misses out, he misses out, yeah. Anyway, I need to go cook dinner for the kids. I will. I'm 9 till 3:30ish tomorrow, because I've got to go training after that. So a bit longer tomorrow. Anyway, I'm out. Fuck yous all. No one donated today. Oh, you know, I'm broke. I can't put spending one in the chimney. Where's my dono is? Fuck yous all. Look at my little pretty girl there behind me. Little Lucy Lou. Lou. Alright, I'm out. I'll see you tomorrow. Let me just find this first. See yous.
That's all, folks.